Hi everybody, this is AJ with GetInspected. Today we are in Toronto and we are looking at this 2000 Dodge Viper GTS in black with black interior. It's got 32,000 kilometers on it. Sorry for the loud and tight quarters, we are in a shop. Overall the car seems to be in pretty good condition. Look at the kilometers, I think I said the wrong thing. It is 31,461 kilometers to be exact. And I did do a VIN verification. Overall, the body looks to be in good condition. I don't see any major damage, anything like that. There are some scratches, very light scratches. The body will be polished before it takes delivery, I've been told by the dealer. The hood is open now because it's kind of a pain to open the hood, open and close the hood. So we're going to leave it open, and you can imagine what it looks like with it down. But for the most part, the hood is in good condition. I see no issues. Again, a couple little rub marks here and there that you can see. On the hood almost looks like brush marks or something. Maybe from a cover with some stuff in it. A couple of those hazy marks though. Most of that will come out with good polishing. The front fascia looks pretty good. I don't see any noticeable damage, anything like that. Very minor, a couple of little tiny minor bug marks, but nothing too big. Front lip looks good. I did see the car up on a lift. You'll see photos in the report. Undercarriage looks nice and clean. With no major leaks or issues, anything like that. No damage that I see. Headlight housings look good. They're not fogged over or cracked or showing any damage. Still looking over the body, there are on this side skirt, there is a bit of a scratch on the bottom edge here. You can see that in the video. It's right along there. There we go. So there's a bit of a scratch there. I don't see any signs of repaint anywhere. Appears to be all original. It is not all metal, so I can't do paint thickness verification with my tool. But from my eye, I do not see any repaints or any sign of major reconstruction. Here we are in the back. The taillights look good. Not cracked or broken or anything like that. Rear valance is nice. I don't see any cracks or breaks or anything. A little bit of stainage from exhaust, but that is to be expected. You see some little marks here and there, like I said. But after a polish, I think it should look pretty nice. I did verify that all the windows are original Chrysler windows. It's gonna be hard to see in the video. The lighting's pretty bad here, but they are all here. Side windows, windshield is original, as you can see in the center there. And I see no cracks or chips or anything like that in the windshield. It all looks pretty good. Looking at the brakes and tires, we'll start in the front here. All four tires do look pretty new. They are dated as 2017s. They have about 6 to 730 seconds of tread on them. They are the high performance tires, so they're pretty low to begin with. But they look, I don't see any major scuffing or issues. They are pretty much new. You still see the nubs on them. This rim looks pretty good. There is a little bit of curb rash on the rib here, as you can see. Just that area for the most part. Other than that, the rim looks pretty nice. Brakes look pretty good. Rotors are nice with no big lip. They're not brand new, but they are okay for now. And the pads, which you'll see in photos better with the flash, look pretty decent. There's probably 70% or so left on those brakes. And a couple of marks from the hood here. And again, as usual, The passenger rear wheel is a matching 2017, and it also has about 6 to 30 seconds of tread on it. Big, meaty. Looks nice and even. Again, you still see the nubs here, so no sign of major issue. Rim looks pretty good on this side. There is a little bit of curb rash on this one as well, I believe. A little bit here. Nothing too major, but there is some there. Rim looks pretty good. Lugs look good. Same story with the rear. Rotor looks pretty good in there. And the pads are pretty decent as well. I'd say there's a little less in the rear. It's probably about 60% or so in the rear. Go around to the driver's side. And we do find a matching Toyo 2017, just as the rest, with about 30 seconds of tread on there. This rim, the left rear, does have a bit of curb rash on it as well, that you can see along here and along here. Other than that, the rim looks pretty good. Nice original wheel. Brakes are even to the other side, about 60% or so left, and the rotors look pretty decent as well. To the front left wheel, again we see matching Toyo Proxies, pretty new, 30 seconds, 2017s with no issues. Rim looks pretty good. This rim has very minimal amounts of curb rash. The other ones are a little worse. Not that any of them are too bad, but this one is pretty nice all around the edge here. Brakes look to be in similar condition to the other side. Rotors are good, and pads are about 70-75%. So no major issues, brakes and tires. Undercarriage, not really going to see, it's very low. But like I said, you'll see all the photos in the report, and it was nice and clean under there with no signs of issue. Here we have the power plant, the famous Viper V10. I don't see any visible issues. It's nice and clean. There's no oil leaks, valve cover leaks, anything like that. I don't see any intake runner leaks through there. Everything looks pretty good. Injectors all looking good. Everything looks to be as it should. Belts and hoses, everything up here, again, looks to be in pretty good shape, well maintained, with no issues. I also looked at everything underneath, and there were no leaks or anything like that. I can see front main seal, etc. Everything looked pretty good. I did test your brake fluid. It is looking a little brown, as you can see, and it is above 4% humidity. So that is a sign of either some harder driving, which wouldn't be a surprise in this car, or just age, but it probably should be flushed. Battery is pretty new, seems to be. Here is your lug for jump. Here's your negative down here. And we were sitting at just under 13 and charging at 14.6, so we are exactly where we want to be. No damage in the hood, padding or anything like that. All looks pretty good. Come around to the passenger side of the engine, the right bank, if you will. And again, I found no signs of leakage or issue. Belts, hoses, wires, everything looks nice. Nothing's chewed up or leaky or any issues like that. Very minor corrosion right there. This is from some aluminum corrosion, but for the most part looks pretty good. I tested your oil, and we came back with a green light, so we have no problems there. Under the cap, I see no frothing or milky white oil or any signs of issue. All looks pretty good. So everything checks out under the hood. We have no problems. Let's look at the interior. Here's the passenger side. Door panel on the passenger side looks pretty good. It's not ripped or torn or extra wear or anything like that. No major stains. Looks pretty nice on this side. Door panels, sill plates also look good, not scratched or messed up. Passenger seat looks nice, not worn. Bolsters look good. Probably very little use in this passenger seat. Doesn't look like much at all. The saddle interior is holding up well. Carpet looks pretty good. Original Viper floor mats. Underneath, looks like it still has some dealer sticky cellophane on there. Looks pretty good, no stain or anything like that. The glove box area doesn't have a glove box, but the glove box area looks nice with no kick marks or scuffs or any issues like that. The dash pad on this side also looks nice. So the top of it looks good as well. No major issues. Headliner is dark, but it is nice. I don't see any problems or issues with that either. Go to the driver's side real quick. Driver's side door panel looks very nice. Just like the other side, I see no major issues. Nothing's cracked or broken or stained. All looks pretty good. A little bit of wear showing from opening and closing the door, which is pretty normal. Nothing to be concerned with. Door sills also look nice. This carpet looks pretty good. Little dealer thing in here. Floor mat is zip tied to the seat, so you can't take it all the way out. But if we, excuse me for a minute, you can flip it up. Looks pretty decent in there. A little bit of dirt on that heel pad, nothing too bad. Okay, sorry about that, little awkward getting down in there. Driver's side seat looks pretty good. There's a little more signs of wear, nothing major, but it is there. And the bolster here, it's a little bit of stain and it is just starting to crack on this seam, as you can see. Another little mark there. So there are a couple little tiny marks. Marks might be able to come out with a good detailing. That little tiny crack is something to be aware of. Other than that, all this looks pretty decent. Steering wheel looks good. I don't see any major wear on that. Or stainage, surprisingly, due to the saddle color of the ring. Dash top looks good. Slide on in here. All the gauges look nice. The radio is on, or was on. It does seem to work. Turns on. It is an aftermarket radio, but it is there and it does work. A little staticky. We are inside. I can't seem to find a station to make it work. So it does have a little staticky. Might be because it's inside though. Other than that, everything seems to work as it should. The shifter looks nice. A couple of marks here and there, but nothing too major. The boot looks good with no major problems, anything like that. All this works as it should. Cigarette lighter is here. Looks all pretty decent. Center console. All this boot for the emergency brake looks good, again with no issues. Everything here looks nice as well. This door opens and closes as it should. Now we'll go around to the rear compartment. Oh, I'm going to grab the key. Rear hatch opens with this key here. Now, one thing to note is the stanchions are not holding the rear glass up anymore. It does fall down if you do not hold it. So that's something that I would probably replace to make sure you don't hit your head on anything. But for the most part, the carpet looks good back here. The spare tire is below this, as well as the tools in that bag. Everything is as it should be. Storage areas, carpet, all looks pretty good. Amplifier there, some speakers here, everything. This side looks pretty good. Weather seal, all looks pretty good. No real problems. We're going to do a quick startup video. We can't take it on a test drive due to policy, but I will start it up real quick so we can hear it run. There we go. So it does run, idling just under 1,000, about 800. There are no strange engine noises. Seems to be running pretty smoothly. So it seems to be running as it should. No lights on or anything like that when she's running, other than the brake. These gauges seem to be working well. And we'll shut her down. So there you have it. This is 2000 Dodge Viper GTS. As usual, thanks for watching. This is AJ with GetInspected. We'll see you next time.